This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Pretty controversial question here. Let's see how you feel about it. Pender J says, what is your opinion of the leg slap every time a punch or kick is done? And why doesn't the younger talent listen when more experienced people in the business tell them to stop? Pender J is asking this because I think Jim Ross has made it his personal mission to eradicate the leg slap. And I heard Fit Finley joke once that this generation of wrestlers will have cauliflower thighs. Where do you land on the leg slap?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessary. It is absolutely not necessary. And if you make solid contact, you're going to have your noise. And just to try to concentrate on creating noise instead of contact, it's a mistake. You know, one good solid kick, no matter where it is, if it's flush, you get it. It landed. And the smacking on the leg is just one of those things that it gets very easy to spot. I would suggest if they could do it like Bobby Eaton, who smacked his shoulder when he threw a punch, but you can go back and pull any piece of videotape you want. You'll never see it. You will never, ever bust him on him doing that. But on a punch, he would crack himself in the shoulder, but you never noticed. That's being able to pull off some of the magic of our industry and the magic that keeps you wondering, okay, did he crack him or did he not crack him? Do they like each other? Do they not? Is making it done well and not being able to see through it. That's the difference.
Big Extra says, I'm a big fan of Adam Page. I think the sky's the limit for him. He reminds me a lot of Barry Windham from the Crockett days. What are your thoughts on the Hangman, and does he remind you at all of Barry as well?
You know what, come to think of it, he does. And I think he's very, very talented too. And I think here's one of the really smart things that's occurring is he is getting over and he's being pushed, not like a rocket straight up, but a little bit on an angle so that he goes up one week and then he may go up a little bit the next week, and then he may flat line across and stay where he's at position wise, but he's not being shoved too hard where you spit him out, and he's not dragging his feet. He's one of those guys that every time he's on TV, you're glad to see him because you know he has talent, and he really does have talent. And he mixes just enough of old school and just good solid wrestling with some of the flips over the top and some of the flash and some of that stuff. There's a nice blend with him. He doesn't lean too far old school or he doesn't lean too far new school. And I think that guy's got a very bright future.
No doubt about it. This is Chris Dunn wants to know, how quickly do you think a guy like Kenny Omega would have lost his mind in WWE with the backstage politics that exists there?
Well, you know, I don't know Kenny well enough and what his politics are. Even though I've been there a while now, he kind of takes care of his own stuff, and I've had just casual conversations with him, but I've never had a conversation where we sat down and talked about direction and politics and what does he think is wrong or right about the company or the business at large. We haven't had those conversations. I can see a strong influence of the Japanese style in his performance. And I've started watching more of the Japanese style so that I can kind of understand what's out there that I missed being in a bubble for 20 years. And just see what different influences some of these young guys have. And I see a strong Japanese influence in his work and thought process.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.